see them here on your screen. You got one that stands out to you in particular, Chris Halioris, as that return drops in play? One of them stand out as particularly exciting?
I don't know that any of them stand out. I think the big.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to 2025 NCAA Women's College Tennis.
This year, Aaliyah and Brites Risso getting the call today.
Yes, Women's College Tennis.
They played most of the year at 2.
Quarterfinal.
So
it's Texas A&M Aggies versus.
They've been great, 16-3
versus Tennessee Volunteers. And we're live
already,
at the Herd Tennis Center in Waco, Texas.
She's got everything, including the hands at the net.
Again, 15:30 here. We'll show you our scoreboard. Keep an eye on everything just for the moment. Would help if I showed you the double scores, wouldn't it? Well, now you see it. Obviously, it is not North Carolina versus LSU. You got the logos correct. It's Texas A&M right now in that North Carolina spot. LSU, of course, representing Tennessee. And by the way, Tennessee has been so good at the 2 and 3 doubles positions. Breaks, as you can see, at that 2 and 3 spot. So look here for a double break for Texas A&M. Then we're going to head down to our other 2 courts. Break leads everywhere here to start. Actually, we got to go to a triple box. We have break point chances everywhere for 3 love Tennessee on 3, for 3 love Tennessee on 2, 3 love A&M here on 1. They're so good.
I haven't seen Stoyana even from point blank taking shots at her. She hasn't missed one yet.
And I got to be honest, the black stripe kit for Texas A&M, they look that much more athletic tonight. That winner of the day.
Mary Stoyana doesn't need any.
That's what I'm saying. Neither does Cooper's.
I've made this point before when I've had A&M matches. If we were back in the elementary school, middle school days where you actually had field day, #1 draft.
100%. As by the way, though, Tennessee is making moves. Rocky top indeed, as right now the Vols double break leads on courts 2 and 3. Chris, it's that rare moment, that very rare moment where we have changeovers on every court. I just want you to know mathematically that happens once a day. Yeah, like, very, very rare.
Outside of 1 love.
I'll tell you what, again, Georgia, the winner, probably now is the perfect time to show you where things stand in our draws. Again, right now, you look at the action, and we'll get you back over, of course. But winners on the day so far. #1 seeded Georgia, 4-1 win over 8th seeded Duke. They dropped the doubles point and pretty much nothing.
Yeah, I heard that Georgia. Ooh, that's gonna be in the semifinal game.
They grabbed the doubles point. They grabbed.
Well, maybe so.
They were in control from the start, but obviously the injury to All-American Reese Brantmeyer, forced to retire 5 games into her singles match, hurt that same knee that kept her out for pretty much all of 2024. All of us here in the college tennis world, prayers up, of course, to Reese Brantmeyer.
Wait a minute.
Now that we lock in, look at this lead. 3 love Tennessee in 2 spots. Let's hang out with them both, Chris. As this was not on my bingo card. Was it on yours?
Actually,
no. Especially with all
hold
of the
on.
sort of what I would call almost a little bit of mixing around on the doubles lineups for
both teams, really.
For Tennessee. Yeah, like, Tomase and Yella Papari, 5 matches together on the year. Not something I saw coming out. Yeah, we're going to see them up 3-love here. Thornton and Suarez have been good. And that's been their rock number 3 team for the better part of the year. 9-1. At the 3 spot are Thornton and Suarez. But yeah. But I'll say this, if they want to find a way to pull off what would be a considerable upset here, Georgia and Texas A&M coming in as kind of your heavily favored women's teams. If someone's going to knock them off, Duke had their shot earlier. They took doubles. If you want to knock off A&M, you're going to need to take this doubles point.
Match between these two teams was a 4-1 win in the regular season for Texas A&M. For what it's worth, Tennessee took the doubles on that day. So maybe if you are an Aggies fan, you aren't shocked. Certainly if you're a Vols fan, you're never shocked. The energy your team plays with, what they've done these last 2 seasons, this group is built for the month of May.
What they did last weekend, going into Virginia and just
4-0. Did they drop a set? Maybe one. I think they dropped 1 single set, and that was it.
Just blitzed them.
Absolutely. It's just blitz is the operative word of this moment, Chris Halioris. Everyone right now struggling. See those scores. Lopsided leads everywhere. Let's go over to court number 2, where A&M at least has breakpoint chances back. Aggies break for 1-3. All right, let's go back over to court number 3. 4-love Tennessee lead. I knew this duo was potent. I didn't see this. What? 5? Like, break points for 5-love?
That's what I call a blitz.
First to 4 points wins the game.
That's something. Still, it is all Tennessee here at the number 3 spot, and so Nicole Kieran, Luciana Perez, trying to find something. But Suarez, they're playing downhill. Breakpoint chances, you can call them essentially match points. Something. All right, they're on the board. Still a 4-1 double break Tennessee lead at the number 3 spot. All right, the deficit is narrowed at 2. This is the quarterfinal tennis we expect. Still a break lead here at 2 for the pairing, for the Tennessee pairing, but 3-love becomes 3-2. The deficit narrowed. Meanwhile, Kupras, Stoyana, they're running away with it. 4-love, 15-all here at the top spot. To do this to a team of Aaliyah and Brites Riso that, to your point, Chris, have been so good here in 2025. Just speaks to who these Aggies are at the top spot. Stoyana is never complacent. She is always doing something. And in doubles, that's the key. Movement. Be spontaneous. Be disruptive. I'm just trying to think of where her and Kupras would finish at this year's Roland Garros. That's the level we're seeing from them at 1 right now. And by the way, I would point out Aaliyah and Brites Riso are not playing horribly.
Not at all.
Has she missed a volley?
I'll say it again. Even when they're inside the service line firing at her from point-blank range, she has...
But I know earlier that Georgia has just beaten whatever team it is, and they're on their way to the semifinal game against North Carolina. But if Georgia wins again...
Number 1, break point chances as we show you those scoreboards. Look, you'd rather beat Tennessee. How could we not gravitate here? Court number 1, the level on display. Breakpoint chances for 5-love Aggies.
See what's what.
I mean, just puts the return right where you want it. Makes the first
Now
volley.
on the
makes
wheel.
it 5-love. Mary Stoyana cannot miss right now.
Just simply stunning. But again, big picture, who would you rather be in this doubles point? The answer is Tennessee. Game point chances for 5-1 on 3. They hold for 4-2 on 2. The eye-popping starts at 1, but I'll tell you what, the Vols came to play, Chris. And if you're going to beat this Texas A&M team, it starts in doubles. And A&M's been exceptional this year, 23 overall. This, relative to the rest, a spot they've been wobbling.
Well, it's going to happen on...
Indicative of that fact, the fact that they were
the next 3 weeks,
willing to change doubles lineups so late in the season, right? A switch before the SEC NCAA Tournament push. Going to go to different split screen here. Let's bring back court number 1. 5-1 Vols, 5 love Aggies. By the way, of course, again, Aggies, your defending women's Division I team champions. They're going to be the first team to go back-to-back since Stanford 2018, 2019. That's such a lie. Texas did it in 21-22. I was there. I'm surprised we've seen it that frequently.
How could you forget?
I was there, I know.
That night match in Orlando, right?
Lulu Sun, of course. Pashkaleva, of course, eventually transferring from Pepperdine to Texas. Yeah, I remember, Chris. Just takes a second. It's quarterfinal 3. As right now, Tennessee is 2 points away from a set on 3. Luciana Perez, a sophomore, serving to stay alive. Huh? Flawless. It is flawless execution from the Vols. Full screen we go as they've got 3 match points for Maeve Thornton, Vanessa Suarez.
Forehand just landing in for Lou. As her teammates call her.
All right, 2 fought off deciding point coming up. Meanwhile, we go to a split screen. Match points, Aggies at the top spot. Break points for 5-2, Tennessee at 2 as well. We'll leave that one to the side for now. Book it. That is about as close to perfect as you will see. 6 love on 1, 6-1 on 3. Makes this deciding point a little bit more valuable, Chris.
Must-have point for the Aggies here.
All eyes turn to 2. Tavase's forehand sprays long and wide, so the Aggies hold for 3-4. This is... We've had some starts here at Chris Halliors, whether it was match number 1, Georgia off to the first 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden the doubles point was Duke's. Same thing, UNC, of course, in their doubles point over LSU. You thought UNC might run away with it. All of a sudden they didn't. And certainly LSU had some opportunities there. Meanwhile, here again, lopsided on the corners. Show you those scores. 6-love A&M at the top spot. 6-1 Tennessee on court number 3. So it comes down to the swing set. And again, here it's Elsa Tomase. Sorry, Lee Papari. Taking on the pairing of, again, freshman Lexington Reed, junior Darius Mechanikhov. Junior or senior? Senior Darius Mechanikhov.
We see less fans in the stands today. We have some fans from the Texas A&M University and from the University of Tennessee. So for College Station, Texas, from Waco, Texas, they're probably a few miles off the map. Don't know how far it is, but I don't know. So,
you know who would be nice to have in your coaching corner? Elizabeth Scotty, former UNC Tar Heel All-American and
it's 5:36 p.m.
NCAA doubles champion in 21. Champion, of course,
earlier, Georgia has just won the match against whatever team it is. The North Carolina, they will face against our team for Georgia. I think.
All right, Lexington Reed.
Yeah, I would say that Georgia.
Inside out angle, exceptional. Easy for us to say, of course. Tomasa, you'd think, puts that bunting down backhand volley away. I don't want to say 90% of the time, but 75. A little bit of a gift, certainly, for the Aggies. They'll take it. There's that Tennessee sideline. They will play an active role in every match here today. 30-all spot now. That's exceptional. Yeah, just again, the quick hands took away that short angle. You knew it was coming. That's obviously the shot of choice for Lexington Reed. Game point chances for 5-3 balls.
Let's see what team we'll be rooting for. Will it be Tennessee or it's going to be the Aggies for Texas A&M?
Let's go to a deciding point. We deserve this sort of drama. It's been
deciding point.
Dare I say, for the first 40 minutes of this one. tell you what, Chris, the decision to go with the freshman, not the senior, the freshman Lexington Reed on the return, speaks to she's found some rhythm. You saw it in the short angle forehand. Hit a couple of them well in this one. Loose, swinging. We're back to 4-all.
We've had nothing but hour-long doubles points so far today.
Why
would we stop now? That's right.
Yeah, that's always going to sound good off the racket of Darius Smetanikov. Wasn't that long ago that Smetanikov's Aggies, again, were facing Elizabeth Scotty's Tar Heels. In fact, it was last postseason. Now in her coaching role, I'm sure Scotty, that's in the back of the mind somewhere. Just a little extra motivation. Almost a little too much time there. As there you see head coach Allison Ojeda work her way over. You know what's nice? What's better than one coach, Chris? Two coaches on court now. The on-court coaching, of course, a staple of college tennis. What are the adjustments Coach Ojeda sees?
Yes. All right.
You okay?
Yes.
What's wrong with your phone?
I don't know. Yes.
And if you're tuning in hoping Chris and I can translate any of these cheers, you're going to need subtitles.
Hello?
I got nothing for you.
Hold on.
It's energetic.
Huh? Yes.
It's an excellent response here from the freshman.
All right.
Lead. So they had the freshman take the deuce point. They have the freshman serve first. I get it. I like Smetanikov at the net. Explosive, twitchy. It's a lot of trust. And it speaks to, again, the only new piece returning to this national championship roster. It's worked.
I'd say it probably plays a part in why during media day yesterday when the girls were asked who the coach's favorite player was, it was Lexington Reed.
No, that's one Tomase can't miss.
I don't think you actually saw the coach response, Alex, because you were asking the questions. But when the two girls turned their cards to show Lexington, I looked directly over at Coach Mark Weaver, and his response was like, "Yeah, you're not wrong." Obviously, very fond of his freshmen.
But that forehand sails long on the freshman. So, how's this for pressure? 4-all, deciding point coming up. I would be shocked if this return doesn't go to the senior Tomase. Indeed, no hesitation.
Yeah, there's no chance that was going anywhere but Elza Tomase.
So, what's the play call in response? Standard formation here for the Aggies. just over the head of Smetanikov and out of the reach of Lexington Reed. So just like that, Tennessee back out in front. They've been up here on court number 2 from the start. 5-4. They will serve for the doubles point again. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. Show you those scores one more time. It was darn right perfection from Mary Stoyana, Mia Kupras, the Texas A&M #1 doubles pairing. Picking up the Thursday afternoon bagel for all of us. Little Asiago with cream cheese. 6 Love at the top spot, of course. I see your bagel, and I match you with a breadstick. That was the Tennessee response on court number 3. And remember, Tennessee was up 3-love in the first 12 minutes on both courts 2 and 3. Now, Smetanikov, Reed have narrowed the deficit here, Chris Halioris, but Tennessee's going to serve for the doubles point. I think we both agree if they're going to advance to the semifinals for a second consecutive year, they have to start this match with a 1-love lead.
And you're going to get Elsa Tomase here to do it, so that's who you want serving when you're serving for the match here.
No doubt about it. And again, apologies for those scoreboard incorrect names. Hopefully the labels point you in the right direction. We'll obviously wipe those, and we'll lock in. Again, Smetanikov returning here on the deuce side. Lexington Reed on the ad, and on the far side of your screen, senior Elsa Tomase. She will serve for the doubles point. Love balls. Wow! That went in?
Looked like it was going to slice out, and it just stayed in just on the line.
Snuck up the line there by Tomase. Looked like you caught her. Looked like you jammed the body. Not the case.
Match point. Ooh.
4 match points for a doubles point.
This can't
Don't
be
hate
it.
the play, I hate the game. Let Cord service, not winner, but forces the error, and just like that, it is 1-love Tennessee. It felt like the Vols had to have it. 10th seed, of course, knocked out 4-1 by Texas A&M during the regular season, and that day they grabbed the doubles point. Today, they grabbed themselves the doubles point as well. Again, wins here at the number 2 and 3 spots. Chris Halioris, it's the start. Coach Ojeda in the game we're looking for. They get it.
Had to have it. I mean, if you want to knock off A&M here, if you're Tennessee, you had to have it. Look, they had it the last time around, as you mentioned, and still went down 4-1. So had to have it, had to start with that. And now let's see what we can do in singles. But, you know, you got to love the vibes coming off of this team. They look loose. They look ready to go. They look like they're ready to try to give Texas A&M a test.
He told us this yesterday during Media Day. Head coach Allison Ojeda, our team just wants to roll the balls out.